I think, in our industry, there's a lot of growth potential possible, generally in the education space. One of the key challenges is you can scale from, let's say, 10 to 20, but you can't scale from 20 to 40 or 40 to 100 unless you effectively utilize technology. At a smaller scale, it's easy to grow fast, but beyond a point, beyond a critical mass, unless you effectively implement IT in your entire processes, it is virtually impossible to grow. So we have done significant investments in an ERP, in a portal, and that's how we have, more than 1,000 plus centers across India and rest of the world. All this controlling, visibility there, controlling fee receipts, controlling delivery exams, controlling attendance. It is not possible on a manual system. I think that if you have probably 20, 30, 40 centers, you can have a manual or non-IT critical technology to deliver. But at this level is absolutely critical. The journey is not easy. To implement all these technologies require a lot of process changes, mindset changes at the franchisee level, at the office level. But we've gone through that pain over the last 3 years. And what that allows us now to do is it gives us effective cost control over our operations. It gives us scalability. So we can scale, probably 1.5, 2 times without any huge incremental investment in technology. They are very large. In fact, I don't know if many companies have this, but our CIO is the CSO. So both the Chief Strategy Officer and Chief Information Officer role is rolled into one. That's the importance we give to IT. So he handles strategy as well as IT. And that's not by mere accident, that's by design. By design, we want IT to be a very strategic part of our overall business. So you can imagine if these roles were combined, that's our expectation from IT is that, clearly speaking, it has to form an important component of our overall business strategy. Well, by definition, an IT company will embrace a lot more IT than a non-IT company. That's, given. The DNA is IT. So it's not fair to compare a non-IT company to an IT company in terms of the technology adoption. But in a non-IT company, it all depends on how critical IT is to the whole organization. So if you go to, let's say, a BFSI company, banking, financial, a lot of them have clearly embraced a lot of technology. So it is given now. So if you have a good technology platform, it is not something unusual because most banks and financial institutions have embraced IT. But if you move out of BFSI, there are not many companies which have embraced IT in its full sense and potential. So that's a challenge as well as an opportunity. It's a challenge for the company because if they don't embrace that, they will not grow. It's an opportunity for IT providers, solution providers, to show them the path, to educate this company and show them that unless you embrace IT, clearly speaking, will remain a small homegrown company. Clearly speaking, companies like us which has global aspirations cannot do that unless we embrace IT. So there are a couple of rules we follow. We do not accept or embrace an IT change just for the sake of change. We do not want to be the latest and greatest in terms of the latest technology just so that we proclaim that we have the latest technology. I think any technology has to have relevance to our business. If it is relevant, even if it's the latest, greatest, or if it's, a couple of years down the line, we will embrace it at whatever cost. So I think the business need has to be, first analyzed, and based on the, analysis of business need, then we look at the technologies and not the reverse. We don't look at the latest technology and say, oh, you know what, let's put it into some business need of ours. So, and that will help because now we have, again, as I mentioned earlier, IT and strategy role is combined. So the short-term, long-term, medium-term strategy is known to the IT head, and he is driving a separate strategy office and a separate office of, information of IT. So both the offices report to him. So once the long-term business strategy is identified, business needs are identified, then we look at technology. Yeah, we've got a centralized, what we call a portal. Basically, it's a kind of an ERP where everything is controlled. The moment a student comes into a center, whether it is in Ho Chi Minh City, whether it's in Mysore, where we inaugurated our arena center yesterday, or whether it's in Ekaterinburg, which is in Russia, the moment he walks in, makes an inquiry, the moment he registers himself, it's all, his entire life cycle is captured on IT. When he appears for exams, when he attends exams, what are the marks he gets, it's all captured. It's a combination of the two, but this entire thing was not developed by us. We don't do any development. We have a small team which basically looks after the regular maintenance, but we don't develop. I think we need to leave development to the people who are good at it. There's no area where there's no dearth of good talent, whether it's IT, whether it's finance, whether it's network management, marketing. Good companies will always chase good talent, and good talent will always be in short supply. We launched it, I think, sometime last year, which is around November, December, and Vijay Mukhi was our cloud evangelist, and he helped us in the design of the course. So there are 3 levels of the course: level 1, level 2, and level 3. I think if one does all 3 levels put together, it is, I think, around 60 or 70 hours course. At the end of it, so level 1 is introductory, and at the end of level 3, a person can probably take the first steps to becoming a cloud architect or a cloud programmer. We have fairly high aspirations. Immediately we do want to become a global career education company. We do have, today out of our retail revenue, 33% of our revenue is from outside India. We want to increase that revenue. And aspirations are high, and these certainly cannot be met unless IT becomes the central driving force.